In our last message, we talked about how Jesus delayed his arrival to Bethany, and it looked like denial, but it was actually divine preparation. And now we're stepping into John chapter 11, verses 41 and 42, because this is where Jesus reveals the three ingredients for a breakthrough. You see, when those three come together, heaven moves. Welcome to Being Authentic Rules, aka The Bar, where we're becoming like fine wine, one message at a time. And I'm your host and bartender, the Rulebreakher, serving up straight truth, no chaser. So, picture this. The air is still, the tomb is sealed, and Lazarus has been dead for 4 days. Both of his sisters are standing by, and one of them is still crying. And somebody's thinking, if only Jesus had been here, this would have never happened. Martha wants to believe, but everything about this very moment feels final. She's seen Jesus heal before, but now it's hitting home. She's facing her own heartbreaking situation in reality. Ever been watching someone else's situation and you're able to think of all kinds of things you would do if it were you, and at the same time you're thanking God that it's not? Or maybe that's you right now. You're tired of praying without results. You're tired of hoping when nothing's changing. You don't just want comfort anymore. You want change. In these times, it's easy to give in to our emotions. I know, I've been there. We look at a broken marriage, a hurting child, or maybe an addiction that's held on for years, and we think, God, this one's beyond fixing. And yet, faith always meets resistance right there. It's where logic ends and obedience begins. Sometimes it's not the enemy keeping us from our breakthrough. It's denial. Because moving the stone, sometimes it means allowing God to touch those tender spots, the ones that hurt the most, the place we've been trying to cover instead of conquer. So give God those tender spots in your life and watch how everything turns. The book of John, chapter 11, verse 41. So they took away the stone. There's that obedience. And then Jesus looked up and said, Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I know you always hear me, but I said this for those standing here, that they may believe you sent me. He thanks God for hearing his request. That's faith in action. That's prayer anchored in trust. He's not begging heaven. He's confident that heaven already heard him. And right there, we see the three ingredients come together. Faith. They believed enough to move that stone out of the way. Prayer. Jesus prayed with gratitude before anything ever happened. And obedience. They acted expecting a result. That's the recipe for heaven's breakthrough. This is what breakthrough looks like. It's not luck. It's not coincidence. It's faith, prayer, and obedience moving together. Faith says God can. Prayer says God hears. Obedience says I'll act like it's already done. Sometimes this looks like just living one day at a time, studying and praying and waiting until things look different. And sometimes God will send people to help you, friends, family, and most of the time complete strangers, to remind you that faith isn't meant to walk alone. When you take that first step and let others help you lift, that's where the miracle begins. So when you trust, when you pray, when you obey, you invite resurrection into your story, into your situation. And I believe someone listening is about to see God move again. Because the same God who heard Jesus then still hears you now. And that's all I have for today. I hope this has helped someone. And I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. I know I will. Don't you be no ghost. Truth seekers, barkeepers, let's continue to do just that. And until next time, I love you with the love of Christ. Rulebreakher, out.